Mike Seymour from fxguide.com for Wired. Near the end of this season of Game of Thrones, we saw one of the best entrances and possibly the greatest ever exits as Daenerys escapes from the grand reopening of the fighting pits on Dragonback. But just mounting the games and filling the stadium would have made for a serious set of visual effects shots, with the extensive stadium extensions, crowd replication, and digital double work required when the fighting breaks out. While there were live action extras, there were only about 500 on the day, although amazingly 68,000 applied for that job. The star of the scene is the arrival of Drogon, who arrives to save the day. The dragon was designed and built by Pixomondo and artist Dan Catcher, but animated here brilliantly by Rhythm and Hues. The dragon needed to work with flying and attacking, but the real challenges were in the detailed work on the ground. Here, the team led by VFX supervisor Joe Bauer needed to provide extreme close-ups, subtle and moving facial animation, and careful integration with live action with flamethrowers controlled by motion control rigs. The principal photography was in the Plaza del Toros in Osana, Spain, with some 200 feet of green screen 30 foot high built around the real-world bullring. Although a storm blew that down one night and the team had to finish up keying just off the clear Spanish blue skies. What makes the dragon animation so strong is they built such a detailed skeleton and underlying muscle system to move realistically under the skin, and the exceptional detail of the dragon's eyes, which ended up telling a lot of the story and delivering the subtext of the relationship. The dragon was pre-animated and agreed upon in previs, so the camera department could frame up on what is essentially an empty frame correctly. The unfortunate attackers who get killed were a combination of stuntmen on pull rigs and CG digi-doubles, though the real flamethrower did in fact ignite the stuntman you see being burned to death. This sequence represented some of the most elaborate and cinematic visual effects in this season of HBO's Game of Thrones, and will no doubt go down as one of the most loved sequences ever in this powerhouse series. Well, don't forget, please subscribe for more behind-the-scenes action. I'm Mike Seymour for Wired.
Vla.